Hello and welcome to the I've Seen Everything Reaction Wrap-Up. My name's Andrew and I'm glad to have you here with me. This is where I share my thoughts, rating, and review following my most recent reaction or watch-along video. To find these reaction and watch-along videos, please visit @SeenEverything over on YouTube. Please be sure to click the follow button here on the podcast, and for those listening on Apple Podcasts, a rating and review would be greatly appreciated. And now, on to this episode's wrap-up for The Green Mile. What a painfully beautiful movie. I remember just being knocked over by this movie the first time I saw it. It was definitely not what I expected. I said I saw this in 2000. It came out in 99. It came out in December of 99, so it was in the theater for a little while. So I think it was probably January of 2000 I saw this movie for the first time. And again, imagine that. I thought I was walking in to see a scary movie of some kind. I was with my wife and my sister-in-law and got something very different than what I expected. I think I walked out of the theater crying. Just an achingly beautiful, painful movie about life and hardship and regret and finding light in certain places in life. There being incredible darkness in certain places in life. Injustice, things not working out, not always being fair, not always working out as they should for people. John deserved so much better a life than he, I'm sure, had, and so much better an end than he ended up with. He did get to have some meaningful relationships with the guards around him before he passed. He moved people, changed lives. Melinda and her husband got so many more years, I'm sure, that they wouldn't have had otherwise because of John. He was just a miracle. He was just a walking miracle. For them to experience and the existence of that, even for a moment of their own lives, is incredibly powerful. I need to look up that actor. Doug Hutchinson played Percy Whitmore. It is a special kind of art. Sam Rockwell, too. Sam Rockwell for even more reprehensible reasons, but I already knew Sam Rockwell is a great actor. But it is a special kind of talent to be able to play just such a loathsome antagonist as that. Someone you just hate, you just despise with every fiber of your being. I remember, and I was a young man, so a little bit of immaturity at play here as well, but first time I ever saw Daniel Craig, I hated him, absolutely hated him, until I saw some of his other later work, because the first time I ever saw him in a movie called The Power of One, and I won't ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen that movie, but he plays a pretty bad person in that movie. It was my first experience with him, and he does a very good job playing that very bad person. Michael Rappaport was another one in a John Singleton movie called Higher Learning, when he was still a pretty young actor. Just these kind of just reprehensible characters that just they make you scream out at the screen and want to do something. When Brutal finally hits him, almost everybody I know that's watched this movie is like, no, keep going. Percy deserved to get his ass kicked. This movie takes you to so many different emotional places. It's almost hard to pin it all down. You see the kind of loving relationships of Paul and his wife, of Hal and his wife, Melinda. Just the camaraderie of all of these guards together, really are friends and really care about each other, and how I think it's a brilliant decision on their part. They don't tell you what the prisoners who are being executed have done, but you see that at a certain point, even those relationships, they come to be very close to those people. When it's time for them to go, it's hard. It's hard for them. Whatever they've done, they've had a lot of time to reflect on it. Their punishment for it has already been set. There's no getting out of it. There's no negotiating with it. So at a certain point, it's just a group of people, both the guards and the prisoners, just waiting for it. You didn't really get to know what the other prisoners did to get there, but you also started to sympathize with them. You didn't really know anything about John. You just knew that he didn't do what he was there for. And you knew that for some reason he has this miraculous ability. You'd have no idea how or where it came from. Sometimes in life, you don't get explanations. We don't know anything about John beyond that. We don't know his life. We don't know other things he's done, who he's been. Who was he before he found those girls? Did he just happen upon them? Did he sense them there somehow? And that's why I say that, they don't have to have a prequel, but I think they could tell a very powerful story if they wanted to go earlier into his life. That whole thing is a blank slate as far as we know. But, this is also something you can leave just like this too. It's a masterpiece. There's no other way to say it. I would challenge anybody to find really very much wrong with this movie. Between Stephen King's writing and Frank Darabont's direction. And screenplay was written by him too. So when you have somebody that has that kind of talent to be able to see it through from start to finish, their complete vision of what they imagine this film to be. I don't generally give ratings on favorite reactions because quite clearly they're usually 5-star. This is definitely a 5-star. I mean, by anybody's measure, I would imagine. Is there anyone who doesn't really like this movie? Has anyone heard of anyone who doesn't really like this movie? Because I haven't. It's just an incredible drama. It's an incredibly just beautiful and painful story in so many ways. Expertly executed in every way. So, no notes. No notes at all. I'm glad that you all voted for it. I'm glad to have had a chance to sit here and actually watch it through in its complete form for the first time in probably at least a few years. And I'm glad that you were here with me for it. So thank you. Thank you for voting for it. Thank you for watching it here with me. Thank you for being here today. If you'd be so kind, please go ahead and rate, comment, and share this episode of the podcast. Really helps me out here. And I will very much look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care. Thank you for listening to the I've Seen Everything Reaction Wrap-Up. Again, to find these reaction and watch-along videos, please visit @SeenEverything over on YouTube. Please consider following the podcast, and for those on Apple Podcasts, a rating and review are always appreciated. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll meet you here on the next episode.